What's up, friends? Welcome back to another video with my father here. And in this video I'm going to talk about lifestyle inflation. So I'm actually in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm back in Atlanta, Georgia, one of my favorite cities. I'll say one of my favorite cities in the world. It's not perfect by any chance. It's not perfect by any means, but there's a reason why this is my favorite city in the world. There's a lot to do here, and the people here are hustlers. Like, people here work so hard that you can go to a place and feel the pressure. People here apply pressure, you know what I'm saying? They go hard over here in Atlanta. So I like being around that energy because it's very competitive. People are super competitive. They want to beat you in everything. I love being around energy like that, because when you're around people that are relaxed, it also makes you relaxed. Now, I don't like relaxing. I like to be under pressure constantly, because when you're under pressure constantly, you can perform at the highest level. You understand? You can outperform a lot of people when you're under pressure, because there's no time to waste when you're starting a business. You know, there's no time to waste. You cannot waste a single moment. You gotta work, you gotta put in the work. Lifestyle inflation is something that can easily creep up on you as you get older. Let's start from college days. When you're in college, you're probably used to living cheap. Your expenses were not too crazy. You didn't have a flashy car. Hell, you probably didn't even have a car. Right? You probably took the bus everywhere. Had a bus pass, Metro card if you live in New York City. You're broke. You know, you're dead broke, especially when you're a college student or whatever. And then you get your first job. Maybe you're a nurse, you're an RN, you get your first gig. For me, you know, I've had plenty of gigs. And it seemed like the more money I started to make, the more expenses I started to accumulate, which is pretty annoying, because you don't notice it until, at least for me, I noticed it when I had to move. That's when I started to notice, oh my goodness, I'd acquired so much crap that I didn't need like that. The more money you start to make, you start to justify that new car, you start to justify living in a better place. You know, you upgrade from maybe a studio apartment, you upgrade to a 2-bedroom apartment, then you upgrade to like a 3-bedroom apartment, and then you probably upgrade, some of you guys, you upgrade to buying your own home. With the cost of living now, with the inflation, you start to pick up on the fact that a lot of things that you've accumulated are starting to become liabilities that you don't want anymore. These things will actually hold you back, believe it or not. It's kind of like when you were still a kid, right? You had a favorite toy. I used to have my little favorite race car when I was a kid. And then I got a little older, maybe in like middle school. I was like, oh, this thing is crap. It became meaningless. My favorite toys became meaningless as soon as I went to school. The point I'm trying to make is that as we get older, the things that we thought we needed, we don't need anymore. It wasn't until I started doing this move that I was like, holy crap, I accumulated so much stuff. It took me so long to get rid of that majority of that stuff, to sell it. Most of the stuff I gave it away, because I knew I had this goal and this vision, this dream, start saving more money. And what that required is for me to do things that are uncomfortable. Things that you don't want to do, I was willing to do. What are some of these things? To adjust your lifestyle. Some of you drive luxury cars. You justify it by saying, well, I make 6 figures now. I work so hard, I travel all the time, I deserve it. Yeah, you do, but there's something that's called delayed gratification, especially if you're trying to get to the level that you envision you want to get to. It requires you to have delayed gratification. What that means is that you need to be able to take a step back in order to take multiple steps forward. At your current pace right now, you are stuck right now. Everything is holding you back. We all have these liabilities that we've accumulated, but is a car payment more important than your dream? You gotta ask yourself that. Are you willing to get rid of that car payment? Adjust your lifestyle. There's so many cool ideas on how to do that. especially if you're making 6 figures right now and you're a nurse, you're an RN, and you got no kids, you're not married, it's so easy for you to adjust your lifestyle to the point where you're saving like 80% of what you're making right now. It's so easy to do that. But because you're so emotionally attached to this lifestyle, you're emotional. We're all emotional. We're emotionally attached to the BS. And this BS is holding us back. It's holding you back right now. The lifestyle that you have accumulated to impress people that you don't even care about, they don't care about you, is holding you back. Are you willing to downgrade, to slash, to be ruthless in how you live in order for you to save that $10,000, that $20,000 that you need to put into your business? Are you ready to do that? Most of you are not ready to do that. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do it and how I do it. Couple of things that really hold a lot of people back, which is the cost of housing. So some people are paying like upwards of $2,000 for your rent. Maybe your mortgage is $2,500, $3,000 some people, and you're living by yourself. Why are you spending so much on your housing? I think it's too much. Like $3,000? That's crazy to me. Yes, you make 6 figures now. You don't need to spend $3,000, especially if you live by yourself. What do you need a whole 1-bedroom apartment for? You don't need that. You don't need it. The reason why you still got it is because you're trying to impress these people that are so-called friends, so-called co-workers. Listen, they want you to remain at that level. That's the level they're comfortable seeing you at. They don't want to see you doing better than them. People want to see you doing good, but never better than them. I promise you that. But you're going to take that to the next level. What that means is you got to be ruthless in how you audit your lifestyle. So it starts with your accommodation. There's a way to do that. I'm going to show you how to do that. Especially if you make 6 figures. I'm talking about mostly here for people that make good money. The RNs, the nurses. I'm talking specifically to you guys. The people that are not making big money just yet, they're not making 6 figures. For those guys, they already know how to, some of these things that I'm about to show you. Self-care needs to be the #1 priority when it comes to entertainment. What that means is that you need to cut out going to brunch, you need to cut out going to fancy restaurants, you need to cut out drinking. Yes, it's difficult, I know, it's very hard. You need to invest that money that you used to spend on alcohol, going to brunch with your girlfriends, going to the club with your boys. Take that money and invest it into a gym membership. Look for the fanciest gym you can find in your city, your town, and pay to join that gym. You're gonna see the results in time. I promise you're gonna see the results in time, because what you're gonna get out of that gym membership is you're gonna get a lot of energy. That means you're gonna be able to operate twice as fast as your competition. Because what happens is you get older, you start making more money, you start getting comfortable, and you start like slacking off. I know a lot of people my age right now that are making good money, even more money than I make, but they're tired, they're exhausted. And I know for a fact that they can't beat me in anything, because I got twice the energy that they have. So they can never beat me. So that's the benefit of having a gym membership. Once you start improving your diet, you start working out, your body is gonna start operating different frequency. You think better, you operate better, you move faster. Now without further ado, let me show you how I'm living here in Atlanta and how I'm able to like cut my cost of living way down in transportation, rent. First, I'm gonna show you my car. A lot of people, they're being held back by liabilities, okay? Things like car notes, credit card debt, all these things that are holding you back from saving money so you can start your home care agency. Saving money so you can take that big leap in life, the big chance. So, without further ado, let me show you my car. All right, listen, I know it's disgusting, it's messy, I'm a guy, what can I say? It's been parked for a couple of months, okay, while I was traveling. But I'm gonna give it a wash. The point here is this. This is a 10-year-old 2014 Hyundai Accent. $20 of gas lasts me like 2 weeks. The only place that I go to is the grocery store. Then I go to the spa. I'm gonna show you the spa. If I get a gym membership, I drive to the gym and running errands, really. So that's like 20 bucks can last me like 2 weeks. Because I don't drive much, you know? Because everything is around me. I highly recommend when you're downsizing, look for a friend or somebody that you trust that is looking to rent a room. Because a lot of people, right, they are struggling to pay their mortgages and they're just desperate to make a little extra money because everybody's struggling right now. They're looking to make some extra money. So if you can find somebody you like and you trust, and you can convince them to rent one of the rooms in their mansions. You already know, like a lot of people that can't pay their mortgages, they're about to be evicted. Strike a deal with them and say, hey, listen, can I rent a room from you? I'll pay you, I don't know, depending on what city you're in, $500, $600 a month, even $1,000 a month. Then you just rent a room. That's what I did, at least. I have a good friend of mine that I trust. He had an extra room. So I just say, hey, listen, can I just rent this room out from you? And that room cost me $1,000. That's everything. It's a pretty decent, nice area, so that's why it's going for $1,000. But for you don't have to spend $1,000. Okay, you can literally get a room for as low as like $600 a month. And if you're making six figures, especially for the traveling nurses that have got no kids or family, are you kidding me? Your rent is $600 a month, my friend. You're gonna look at your bank account in about 3 to 6 months. You're gonna be like, what the hell? I'm not spending money on trash anymore. So I'm holding on. I'm saving so much money now. I bought this car 8 years ago. And even by then, I was already making good money. This was the cheapest car that I could find on Carvana. This was like when Carvana first came out. And I was excited about the technology. Right? And then I went over there and I looked for the cheapest car, even though I was making a lot of money at the time, right? I went and I looked for the cheapest car. I was like, okay, that's the one I want. It's cheap on gas. It's super reliable. It's never let me down. This car has never let me down, and I'm never letting go of it. I'm loyal to a fault sometimes. I'm super loyal. If something is good to me, I don't change it. I stick with it. You could do the same thing. Get rid of your car note. Look for a used car so you don't have a car note. The only thing I pay right now is gas and insurance. And insurance is crazy expensive nowadays. But even then, it's not as bad as a lot of people that have $1,000 car notes. Like, are you kidding me? Are you paying $1,000 for a car note? That's wild to me. Like, do you know what I can do with $1,000? The way I think nowadays, I think, okay, for $1,000, I could be joining the fanciest gym for a whole year. You can do all these practical things that I'm showing you how to do. And you don't even have to be making six figures yet. You could be making like 60K. You can maybe make it 70K. It's your ego. You're emotionally attached to that thing that's holding you back. You're emotionally attached to it. Don't be emotional all the time. It's okay to be emotional, but not all the time. If you do things differently, you'll find better results. It doesn't matter where I pull up with this dirty, disgusting little car. And I'm going to give it a wash. Like I said, I love this thing. It doesn't matter where I pull up. It confuses people. I like to go to like fancy places like Buckhead, like these expensive neighborhoods. I like to pull up with that thing, maybe valet with it. And I just pull up like this. As soon as I get out the car, like people are confused. They're like, okay, are you like the Uber driver? Or like, who are you exactly? But we know you're not the Uber driver because you're applying so much pressure out here. The way you present yourself, you're applying so much pressure, but your car doesn't match. They're confused. I like that. I like that confusion. It means that you're doing the right thing. You're doing something that nobody else is doing. When you do things that nobody else is doing, you're going to get ahead. Next up, I'm going to show you my room that I'm renting for $1,000 a month from a close friend. Like I said, you can do the same thing too. Okay, so here's my room. Please excuse the mess, okay? Because, I travel a lot. I work so much, so sometimes I don't get time to organize my stuff. The new life that I live now, I have people who do this stuff for me. I have people that cook for me now. I have people that make my bed, that do my laundry. But when I'm here, I have to do everything myself. But anyway, let me show you. There's the bed right here. And this is my little desk. See that? I got my second monitor here. You know, it's very basic. Super basic. You see my TV, my water, you know, for the gym. You know, my Gatorade right there. I love this LaCroix. It's so good. It's so good. I love that. Yeah, it's very basic. My robe. It's getting a little cold. My luggage. See, I just got here. That's my luggage right there. My gym bag. With $1,000, I don't have to worry about the light bill. I don't have to worry about the water bill. I don't have to worry about all these extra things. It's just one flat rate. Like I said, depending on what city you're in, you can probably get a better rate. This is a pretty good neighborhood. I like it. So to me, plus I get to hang out with a good friend. It's a win. For me, it's a win. I live like a college student. So what it does is it creates this youthful vibrance, this whole like hustle that I used to have when I was still in college. This is how I used to live when I was in college. Sometimes I would sleep on the floor, but will your ego allow for you to do this? With some of you, I don't think so. I don't think so. I urge you, like, try and think outside the box. There's so much more to life than how you're living right now. If you just take this chance to do something different, take your sort of lifestyle and audit it. I hope you got some value from this video. I know it's kind of long, and I'll be showing you more cool stuff here in Atlanta. If you need help with knowing how to audit your lifestyle in order for you to save more money while you're getting started with your home care agency, then hit me up. Links in the description. Give me a call. Let's talk. I can also help you on how to do your policy and procedures. I can help you on how to figure out how to get clients. In fact, I'll be doing a series of videos that will show you what to do, where to get these high-paying clients, where the rich people hang out. I'll be out in the field, like I said. You know, we'll be hustling together. I want you to copy everything. But if you got questions, call me. Let's talk.